Hello student, let's see another numerical for the design of helical gear. The statement goes like this. A pair of parallel helical gears consists of 20 teeth pinion meshing with 100 teeth gear. The pinion rotates at 720 rpm. The normal pressure angle is 20 degree while the helix angle is 25 degree. The width is 40 mm and normal module is 4 mm. The pinion and gear is made up of plain carbon steel with ultimate tensile strength of 600 Newton per mm square and heat treated to the surface hardness of 300 bhn. Calculate the power transmitting capacity for service factor of 1.5. Let's write down the data for this. The gearing system is given as parallel helical gear. Z1 is 20, Z2 is 100, N1 is 720 rpm, alpha n is given as 20 degree, beta is 25 degree, Mn is 4 mm, B is 40 mm, that is 4 centimeter, sigma ut1 and sigma ut2 is 600 Newton per mm square, service factor SF is 1.5 and the hardness is given as 300 bhn, and we need to find out the power transmitting capacity. Here we need to note one thing, that is the material used for pinion and gear is same. Therefore, the pinion will always be the weaker due to its smaller size. Hence, power capacity can be calculated by considering pinion. So step number 1, calculation of virtual number of teeth on equivalent spur gear. With the formula ZV1 is equal to Z1 divided by cos cube beta is equal to 20 divided by cos cube 25 degree. So we get ZV1 as 26.87. Similarly, in the same formula, if we substitute Z2 as 100, we get the value of ZV2 as 134.33. Step number 2, calculation of the Lewis form factor based on virtual number of teeth. The formula is capital Y V1 is equal to pi times Y V1. So in the formula, pi times 0.154 minus 0.912 divided by ZV1. After substituting the value of ZV1 as 26.87, we get the value of capital YV1 as 0.377. Similarly, if we substitute ZV2 as 134.33, I get the answer for capital YV2 as 0.463. Step 3, to calculate the beam strength Fs. So permissible bending stress sigma B is given as design value of sigma B is equal to sigma ut divided by factor of safety. Generally, factor of safety for the steel is taken as 3 to 5. So selecting 3 as factor of safety, I get the value of sigma B as 200 Newton per mm square. Next, to find transverse module, that is MT, we have the formula cos beta is equal to Mn upon Mt. We know the value of Mn is given as 4. So Mt is equal to 4 divided by cos of 25. So we get the value of Mt as 4.41 mm, that is 0.441 centimeter. Next, pitch circle diameter, that is D1. So D1 is equal to Mt into Z1. So I get the value of D1 as 88.2 mm, that is 8.82 centimeter. Velocity of pinion, that is Vm, is calculated with the formula pi d1 n1 upon 60. After substituting the value of d1 as 0.0882, that is in meter, and n1 as 720 rpm, I get the value of Vm as 3.33 meter per second. Next, Barth velocity factor, that is Cv. The formula is Cv is equal to 3 plus Vm divided by 3. So after substituting the value of Vm as 3.33, I get the answer for Cv as 2.11. Next, actual permissible bending stress sigma B. So sigma B actual is equal to sigma B multiplied by Cv. So I get the value of sigma B actual as 422 Newton per mm square. Beam strength Fs1 is calculated with the formula Fs1 is equal to sigma B actual multiplied by B into Mn into capital Y V1. So after substituting the value of B as 40, Mn as 4 and capital Y V1 as 0.377, I get the answer for Fs1 as 25455.04 Newton. Reduction ratio I is calculated with the formula Z2 upon Z1. So I get the answer for I as 5 after substituting Z2 is equal to 100 and Z1 as 20. Step 4 is to calculate power capacity on Lewis bath velocity. So P is equal to Fs1 multiplied by Vm. So I get the value for P as 84765.28 watt, that is 84.77 kilowatt. Next, actual power carrying capacity, that is P actual. So power is equal to P actual multiplied by service factor. So I get the answer for the P actual as 56.51 kilowatt. Step 5, power carrying capacity based on the wear load. We know wear load Fw is expressed as D1 into Q into K into B divided by cos square beta. We are referring to PSG 8.51, where Q is given as 2I divided by I plus minus 1, where plus is for the external meshing and minus is for the internal meshing. So we get the value of Q as 1.67 after substituting the value of I as 5 in the above formula. Next, the formula for K is given as sigma c square into sine of alpha n multiplied by 1 upon E1 plus 1 upon E2 divided by 1.4. The value of E1 and E2 is already given in the data. Again, sigma c formula is sigma c is expressed as CB into HB into KCL, where we'll take the value for CB from table 16 and the value of KCL from table 17. We get the value for sigma c as 7500 kgf per centimeter square and the value of K as 12.78 kgf per centimeter square after substituting the value of E1 and E2 as 2.15 into 10 raised to power 6. So the value of Fw is calculated as 8.82 multiplied by 1.67 into 12.78 multiplied by 4 divided by cos square 25. So the answer for Fw is 916.69 kgf. But for the safe design, we must always have Fw greater than or equal to Fd. So to calculate tangential load Ft, Fw is equal to Ft multiplied by Cv. We know the value of Fw is 916.69 and the value of Cv is 2.11. So from the above formula, I get the value of Ft as 434.45 kgf, that is 4344.5 Newton. Next, power capacity based on the wear load. So P is equal to Ft multiplied by Vm. After substituting the value of Ft as 4344.5 and Vm as 3.33, I get the answer for P, that is power, as 14.47 kilowatt. Actual power P can be find out with the formula P is equal to P actual multiplied by service factor. We know the value of service factor is 1.5 and P is equal to 14.47. So I get the answer for P actual as 9.65 kilowatt. The minimum of these two values is taken as the power capacity for the gear pair, that is P is equal to 9.65 kilowatt. So this way we have found out the power transmitting capacity for the helical gear with the given data. Thank you.